AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
Exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Hey, welcome to the Hot Garage.
Hey
I'm
there.
JP. That's Adam.
Because I'm sweating the cold out.
Yeah.
Get the sweats, the sick sweats.
So if you generally join us for our Friday episode, this is kind of it.
Yeah, middle of the road episode.
But that also means there won't be an episode this Friday.
That's true. We're stretching this one out.
And I'll say this, and then we can go into why we didn't have a show this past Friday. We'll do the Twinkie Challenge.
Yeah. No pickles?
There's no pickles.
see
We
a
didn't
pickle.
even get close to the pickles.
I see a pickle right next to my face.
We didn't really make the Twinkie Challenge level. I'm just being a nice guy. So we'll do the Twinkie Challenge, 1 week from this Thursday, right?
Yeah.
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 We're going to get back together.
Right.
1 week from Thursday, barring any illness.
All right.
So we go to our infirmary expert.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's called.
And what do you got this week? What ailment do you have this week, Adam?
I guess a bad cold / bronchitis, I think, maybe. It's like it was a chest thing.
Yeah.
Fever and crazy chills and non-heart attack chest pains.
Are you worried that your health seems to be
No,
declining at a
no.
rapid pace?
I don't think so. I think it just with a baby, my stress. I think I'm thin.
Baby
I'm worn thin. I think so. I think that's what it is.
Are you not sleeping?
Not at all. No.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, so I watch what I do. I mean, some would say I'm a stay-at-home dad, but I just stay at home, watch the baby while the wife has a 9 to 5. She comes home, and I start my actual work from about 8 p.m. until 3 a.m.
Wow.
And so I do my video editing, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I go to bed at 2 or 3, wake up at 6 or so, and rinse and repeat with the baby.
Wow.
Watch the baby all day. Wife comes home, tag it out for the hot tag, and start my own work. So, yeah, I have 3, 4, 5 hours a night.
So nerves are shot.
Yeah.
Immune system is terrible.
Right, yeah.
You're probably eating terribly
Of
as
course,
well.
yeah, there's
I
no-
mean,
there's
right
no-
now you're eating hot nuts and drinking a rock star.
You're not joking. This is the sad part. Oh, yeah, it's good. Pardon me for that.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, it's been a good run, right?
It has been a good run.
That is probably not the best sick food, hot nuts and an energy drink.
Nope.
I'm trying to get it all out of the system. My intention with the hot nuts is kind of to open me up.
Do you have any requests for your eulogy?
Yeah.
And really, honestly, who would have thought I'd outlive you? First of all, that's
Yeah.
how I'm starting it.
Yeah.
Well, who would have thought this is how the cards would have landed?
Just patting your hands off, patting them dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll write it out for you.
Okay. As I watch beads of sweat fall from
Well, it is summer in Tennessee.
Man, I'm so sorry. It's not even summer yet.
Hey, what, like a few days? I mean, to me, middle of June is totally summer.
Yeah.
Call it what they want, but it's midsummer.
Should I go get some paper towels for us to dab our foreheads with?
No, you get used to it after a while, but once the sweat drips down,
Yeah.
it cools your face
I think
off.
I'm taking my shirt off.
Do it. Do it.
So, eulogy request.
Let me think about it. I'll write it down and give it to you. I'll make it official. Type it out, double spaced.
Any songs you want me to make sure are played?
Everyone in my family always plays "Go Rest High on That Mountain" by Vince Gill, so I'm not using that one.
Go rest
Exactly.
high on that mountain.
What about? I'll get back to you on that.
Son, your work on earth is through.
Let's see. When I hear that, I just think of the weirdest times of my
Go
life.
to heaven a shouting. I don't know the rest
Some
of
of
it.
the Father and the Son, something like that.
Father, Father, and
And I don't mean to make this sad, but so my dad's side of the family, he's one of 10 siblings, and that whole side loves the women, loves having babies, loves multiple women's and multiple wives, and so I have a huge family on that side. I mean, I think my grandmother on that side had something like around 65 grandchildren.
Yeah.
Seriously. And so with that happening, and like I said, with aunts and uncles and cousins and old people, and so as a kid, I went to a lot of funerals.
Right.
And I heard that song many times. And it's so weird. Back in the day, like Southern funerals were kind of almost a gathering party kind of deal.
I mean, there's a lot of food.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm speaking from personal experience.
Yeah.
That I mean, people show up with food.
Yeah.
In mass.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's their way of expressing sentiment.
That's a big part of Southern funerals is the food.
Showing you how much they care.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of food.
Yeah.
And you're honestly, especially if it's someone in your immediate family, well, I can only speak from personal experience, more than grateful for it.
Yeah.
Because it does, a bug just landed on your forehead.
Yeah, I felt it.
What are we doing? Why do we travel to the swamps to do the podcast? We're sweating. There's bugs in our face. Would it kill me to take this inside?
It's part of the experience.
Where there's AC.
Part of the experience.
So yeah, Southern
Yeah.
funerals. It's
Yeah.
it's quite a gathering.
Yeah, it is. Sorry to bring that mood down like that, but it hit me.
Go rest time.
So not that song. We'll find a more fun song.
Weird Al, everything you know is wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that would roll over so well with the people.
That's what I want played at mine.
Maybe like pour some sugar on me. Or cherry pie, something from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, cherry pie. Warrant.
She's my cherry pie.
See, I mean,
And I want the video played
Yeah.
on loop. Instead of like the slideshow
yeah.
with the music, I just want the
Yeah.
video to Warrant's Cherry Pie played on loop at the funeral home while people are coming in
Right.
to view my corpse.
Yeah.
Which actually there will not be a corpse to view.
What? You gonna
made
burn it up?
No, I've made
Yeah.
it perfectly clear I want to be
Yeah.
cremated.
Where are you going to be sprinkled?
That's a good question. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't thought past the
At a,
burn my body
well, this is,
and an enormous.
I didn't mean to make it so morbid. Yeah, I didn't mean to make that like that.
Where would I like my ashes sprinkled?
I don't know.
You know what? Here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Take my ashes, drive by Adam's house, and just toss it. It's one last joke. me.
I'm sure someone would.
I know a few people that might
The,
do that.
the JP Ash Challenge.
Yeah. Oh,
After the
wow.
after the Twinkies and the pickles comes that.
Do you believe the rumor that the guitar player for the Rolling Stones,
Keith Richards.
Keith Richards, snorted his dad's ashes?
I wouldn't doubt it. I think that's listened to a podcast recently on Joe Rogan's show. I think it was from a few months ago, but it was Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and they briefly talked about Keith Richards, and I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is he still around?
I don't know. I think
Do
some
you
people.
think he's really just been dead for like 20 years?
I think some people get used to that way of life.
And there's some Bernie stuff going on?
Yeah, it's possible. Some like pre-Jamaican Bernie,
Yeah.
like pre-voodoo Bernie,
Yeah, exactly.
like actually dead but being used as a puppet.
Or maybe Mick Jagger and was it Charlie Wood?
Yeah.
Is that the drummer? Yeah.
I think so.
They're just holding him up.
That's possible.
It's just on strings.
Is he still he's still playing, right? Like remembering songs and chords and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. He's doing Pirates of the Caribbean movies and everything.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago. but-
Yeah, yeah. Steven
mean-
Tyler's totally clean now, by the way. He's clean.
Really?
Yeah, has been for the past I think 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we're on that whole '90s comeback with his daughter in videos and Alicia Silverstone. I think from what I gather, that's the beginning of clean Aerosmith.
Nothing screams I'm off the drugs more than over-sexualizing your own daughter
Yeah.
in a music video.
Right. That's a good interview, though. You should listen to that podcast.
With Joe Rogan?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Steven Tyler? You
Yeah.
think Steven Tyler would come on this podcast?
Maybe Hootie first. Maybe Darius Rucker first.
I saw Darius Rucker last
Yeah,
week.
see, we're getting closer.
I know.
He will be here soon.
Hootie! I mean, Darius! Come on the show! I saw him twice, as a matter of fact.
Wow, we'll make it 3 times. Bring him over here.
Well, last week was a CMA Fest.
Right, yeah.
So I was out and about
Yeah.
doing the CMA
Yeah,
Fest.
I meant to go
thing.
Lift drive during that, but I had the rust lung. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you would have done
Come on in. Water's just fine.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Darius, saw a lot of Blake Shelton,
Yeah. That sounds fun.
a lot of country
Hey, to be
stars.
fair, that's what, the 3rd time we've missed because of sickness in 7 years?
Yeah, and we tried to record.
Yeah, we
and
did try.
I couldn't get the equipment
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
And I was going to phone into you from the sick bed. And I get the message like, man, you got to hurry. I'm fading fast.
Yeah, it was. We planned for 9-ish. We're looking at like 9:40. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's kicking in.
But you're well-ish now.
Yeah. I feel better. I just sound funny.
Enough to record tonight.
Yeah.
And then we're going to release this. I guess
Yeah.
this will be a Wednesday edition.
Right.
So there won't be a Friday edition.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll get back on schedule.
Yeah, we're back on it.
With the Twinkie Challenge and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So let's recap a few things. The last episode we did was our Back to the Future episode.
Correct.
You borrowed my Blu-ray.
I did, yeah.
And rewatched all the Back to the Future movies.
I did. So I went and watched, almost said episode, that's funny. Watched part 3 first, because it's been a quarter of a century since I've seen that.
Better or worse than you thought it would be?
Better. Still my least favorite of the 3.
Yeah.
But better than I remember.
Uh-huh.
I think as a kid, what did that come out? 91, 92, 91?
That Back to the Future 3 came out in 90.
Okay. So I'm a 6 or 7-year-old boy watching this, and in my realm, 6 and 7-year-old boys don't like Western movies.
Right.
So I see that. Had no appeal as I get older. Now it has a little
Even though
bit
there was a
more.
hoverboard?
That was, 45 seconds of a Western movie?
And even though there was a DeLorean at the very beginning?
Yeah. There's certain things, even back then, I didn't know who ZZ Top was when I was 6.
Yeah.
I didn't get those references. Yeah. I didn't get that. So yeah, I liked it more than I thought I would, but still, and maybe from nostalgia reasons, but I think 2 is the supreme Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. You see so many different timelines of no other one of the installments does that. The jumping back and forth and the old movie storylines and the new, and I just think it's supreme.
You, as an adult watching Back to the Future 2, you didn't feel that it's a little ADD?
No, you think so?
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would be much stronger if it were part 3. I think the finale should have wrapped up like that. I think ending with the Wild West storyline was weak sauce.
You think so?
I really think so, yeah.
I will give Back to the Future 2 credit that once they get back to 1955, the movie really kind of mellows out a bit.
Yeah.
And becomes very fun. I think from that point, I think all the future stuff and it just seems so
You like the future?
rushed.
Really?
I mean, I like the future stuff, but as a narrative, it's not great. And then, when they come to the alternate 1985 as a narrative, it's not great. There's so much exposition to just explain what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like all Doc does in the first 45 minutes of that movie is explain why they're doing what they're doing.
That's true, yeah.
To the point he actually uses a dry erase board and draws out the timeline and explains the alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beginning of that, I won't say it's rough, the beginning of part 2, but it may be unnecessary. The fact that Doc himself knows how dangerous going back in time or forward in time can be, but yet something as simple as their son will be arrested, they've got to go and just change it all.
Right.
I think that was weird.
Like if he really wanted to fix Marty's future, then why would he not? Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Because at the end of Back to the Future, it's your kids. Something's got to be done about your kids.
Yeah.
But if
I
he
feel
really,
like that story could have been better. Like, what about your kids? What about them?
yeah,
Did they turn out bad and do terrible things? But no, he just he got bullied into doing a bad thing and got arrested.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess right, that sentence would have not been very much, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's
What's
like
the
a
matter,
kid-
McFly? You got no
Yeah.
screw?
Yeah. He broke in somewhere. He didn't kill anyone. Didn't,
Yeah.
It wasn't a terrible
Yeah,
thing.
it's kind of a terrible story.
Just the beginning of it. No, not a bad story, but because I love the almanac.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a great.
And the fact
it's
that
a great
will make a
plot
person
device.
become powerful with the money and the riches, and that I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're living in the alternate 1985
yeah,
now.
yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for sure.
Biff is president.
Yeah. Yeah. He is.
We have to find a way to get back to 1955 and take away the gray sports almanac
Right.
from Donald Trump Sr.
With money, you can create your own space force if you want,
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a
Oh, yeah,
second
yeah.
because I didn't know anything about that until you brought it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once they get back, there's even a point to where they have Marty ask the questions to Doc that the audience might ask. Why don't we just go back to the future and fix it? Because we can't. Because if we go to the future, then it'll be the future from this alternate 1985.
Yeah.
Where your dad's dead and Biff is powerful
But I like it.
and where this has happened to me. Local inventor jailed when he
Yeah.
holds up the...
Yeah.
Or
I like
committed, that's what it was. Emmett Brown committed.
He's commended later on.
Because he's commended
yeah.
later on.
Yeah. I still think, too, I think it has the best storyline. To me, that should be convoluted. A storyline about time travel. The finale should not be, oops, let's go back to the Wild West and fix it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was weak. I think the finale should have been that cluster F of time travel and timelines happening like in part 2.
Yeah.
I think so. I have questions, though.
People will say Clint Eastwood's the biggest coward in the West.
I have questions. I do.
Okay, yeah, you do have some questions. I think probably plot holes.
Not plot holes, just like, okay, so in part 3 we go back. Mm-hmm. We meet, is it his great-great-grandfather?
Yeah.
Is it Seamus McFly?
Yeah.
Right? Which is fine, played by Marty McFly.
Right, I know what this question's going to be.
But he's married, I forget the wife's name, but he's married to his current, Seamus McFly, which is Marty's great-great-grandfather. On the McFly side,
Exactly.
his wife is it's Lorraine Baines.
Yeah.
So what's the...
I think you just have, I think I saw an interview where this was asked by one of the writers, maybe even Robert Zemeckis, and the answer was, I think you just have to assume that McFly men are attracted to a certain kind of woman.
Okay, that works too.
The truth is, they wanted Leah Thompson to be in
Yeah.
in all 3 movies,
Uh-huh.
so they put her as his great grandmother.
That was weird.
Yeah, you're my. Who are you?
But hit me. I'm like, why? That's odd.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
It's just weird because all of these McFlys, and it's nitpicking. I understand that for a plot this deep, but it was kind of weird. They all are played by Michael J. Fox, and the Crispin Glover likeness was just kind of a anomaly in there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? There's no actual George McFly anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Just
That was my one big takeaway from part 3. You've seen a lot more than I have. What plot holes have you seen?
plot holes.
Yeah. Things like that. Not really a plot hole. I wouldn't call that a plot hole, but things like that, like why
Well,
that's an odd choice.
I think my question when watching 3 is when they save Sarah Clayton,
Clara
Clayton.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of blow off the fact that they just severely altered
Oh, yeah.
the timeline by preventing someone's death.
Yeah.
And
I think he kind of realizes that.
they just chalk it up to, well, I guess they just want to name the ravine after her.
Yeah.
And then it becomes Eastwood Ravine. Did you notice that?
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because he was Clint Eastwood.
Uh-huh.
And then he went off into the ravine.
Interesting.
So it became Eastwood Ravine instead of Clayton.
Okay.
Also, once Doc agrees to help get Marty back to 1985 from 1885, I don't think Doc, like characteristically, and granted love is very powerful, I don't think he would be so willing to not come back and content to just stay in the Old West.
I knew this when I saw it. I need to go back and revisit it again. The Doc in 1885 is the original Doc from 55 or 1985?
85.
That's what I thought.
But remember when he got to 2015, he had all the cosmetic stuff
But
done.
his body's still old.
And they make a point in the second one to say, I've had a good 25, 30 years to my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that's all just to basically say Doc's technically younger. He's physically younger.
okay.
Yeah. But it gets back to what we were talking about when we did the actual Back to the Future episode.
Yeah.
And that was, Doc's age is kind of ambiguous.
Yeah.
We don't really know.
That is weird.
Because he doesn't look that much older in 85 than in 55.
But at bare minimum, he's 75 years old. If he's 45 and 55.
And how old do you think Claire Clayton is at that point?
Yeah, not that old.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying he's like knocking out kids at 75 years old, too. Yeah. That's a lot of questions here.
Yeah, well, he's added a good 25, 30 years to his life.
That's just weird. I think it's odd that after all he's worked for and all he can do and will do, he, I don't want to say throws it away, but after he's known her for just a little bit.
Yeah.
And he gives it up.
It is a little sad to see the train run over the DeLorean, though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I love that car.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like in the second one, they make sure that when Marty's watching the history of Hill Valley, basically how Biff took over the world,
Yeah.
they showed, the roots to Biff Tannen can be traced back to his great-great-grandfather, Buford Mad Dog Tannen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah, there are a lot of those scenes, those kind of back-to-back for the first time in forever. There's a lot of things I didn't realize were connected. The first time you see future Marty, whenever his mom and dad show up, which is pretty smart to have that new actor with the bad bag being upside down, by the way, because not being Crispin Glover with the prosthetics, you would have no idea, honestly.
That's true.
You have no idea. But so old Lorraine and George come in, and Lorraine's talking about how she wishes, Marty could be he wishes he stuck with his music, and after that terrible accident he had. Mm-hmm. And watching that the first time years ago, I never thought of that, but at the end of 3, he goes back to 85, sees Needles, and he decides not to do the drag race. And
Yeah.
it's a small line from the previous movie's installment. If you didn't listen closely, you would miss that. But it's kind of cool stuff like that.
That's what I was getting to. Like if if Doc really wanted to fix Marty's future, he just would have gone a few weeks into the future,
Right.
and stopped Marty from racing Needles,
Yeah.
and that would have changed everything.
Yeah.
So, but again, at the end of Back to the Future, they put that whole line like it's your kids, and then they put Marty's girlfriend. What is her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
They put Jennifer in the DeLorean, and they all go to 2015.
Yeah.
And so you have to have all of that in the second one.
Yeah.
So-
Have you played the Back to the Future video game?
The Telltale games?
Yeah, the new one. Not the old NES crappy one. Yeah.
No.
You should do it.
Is it good?
It's like an actual follow-up.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone except for Michael J. Fox comes back. Everyone.
Oh, I thought he did do some voice stuff in
He
it.
may have done like a little bit. It's a totally different guy.
Yeah.
For most of Marty's stuff, but Christopher Lloyd's back. Tom Wilson. Everyone's back.
Yeah.
And it's a continuation story. It's cool. You should check it out.
After the third movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to play it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I hope it's better than that Walking Dead game.
Oh, come on. You get the bad version of it.
Have you watched... Oh, do you have any other Back to the Future comments?
Pretty much
thoughts?
it. Pretty much, yeah.
Anything new? Did you pick anything new from the first one?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember, at least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great movies, though.
Have you watched Evil Genius on Netflix?
I have a little bit of that, yeah.
Thoughts?
First little bit,
Minor spoilers,
Yeah.
if you want to watch the miniseries Evil Genius. Did you have as much trouble getting through the first 20 minutes of that movie as I did?
In which way?
In the document, not
That's
movie,
about as far as I
documentary.
got, but in which way?
When they're talking about, they talk about
In-
him robbing.
in grotesqueness or in just
Yeah,
boredom?
or just not boredom. Oh, you were bored.
I mean, it's kind of like working this. It's one of those, my hatred of that drug out. Like, this story can be told in 5 minutes. You're taking 35. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, just tell me that. Show me the footage. Let's move on.
Well, let me warn you. If you're bored by Evil Genius, don't even start the staircase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
But that first 20 minutes of Evil Genius, when they're talking about the bank robbery, and it's the actual news footage of the guy with the bomb around his neck, and he's sitting in front of the cop car, I just kept cringing because I just knew. I'm like, they're gonna show it.
Yeah.
They're gonna show it. There's like 15 cameras pointed at this guy. This is a documentary. No way they're not gonna show it. And I just kept cringing. I was so happy that they blurred a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because I can handle fake stuff all day long. I can handle the most visceral horror made up stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's made up. It's fake. But real life stuff like that, it just bothers me.
Really?
On it seems like a molecular level.
It's a weird time when I was growing up in high school, like late high school, early college years. You kind of proved your oomph, your manhood, by the stuff you could sit with your friends and watch, like
Yeah.
real life stuff on the internet. And sadly, those days kind of numbed me down. a little bit.
Really?
Yes. I used to be kind of weak on it, but now it's
Yeah, I can't stand it.
yeah.
I can't stand watching
I don't
real life
like
stuff.
it or prefer it, but I can still watch and be like, nah,
Yeah.
that's not good. Not good at all.
But I thought Evil Genius was fascinating.
Yeah.
And I won't go into detail because I don't want to spoil it for
Yeah.
anyone. But it's what a little spider web that whole thing turned
Right.
out to
It's
be.
weird how those things happen and no one really hears about it so much.
I remember when that happened.
Really?
But I don't remember the story afterwards. I just remember when the guy had the collar bomb on and said he was forced to rob the bank. But I didn't remember anything past that.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the Geraldo interview and all of that. But yeah, I watched all 4 episodes of that.
Yeah.
Watched the Mr. Rogers documentary.
Oh, yeah. How
went
was
to Belcourt Theater
Yeah.
in Nashville and watched that.
Was it good?
It'll tug at the heartstrings.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it is neat. It's a different insight than I know PBS did their documentary
Mm-hmm.
last year. It's a different insight. It's probably better made than the PBS documentary
Yeah.
was. But yeah, I mean, Fred Rogers. We need a guy like Fred Rogers.
I spoke of it recently, but why? I've loved him, always will, always have. But what's the recent? What's happening? Is it like an anniversary of his death or his birthday? Or
No,
what's
I think
going
we
on
just
here?
need a guy like Fred Rogers now.
But I mean, he's been dead for what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
2000. Oh, well,
wow.
no, 2001 or 2002.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, I know he came back and did, because they talk about it in this documentary. He came back and he ended the show in 2000. But then after the September 11 attacks of 2001,
Right.
he came back and did some PSAs
Yeah.
for PBS.
So he's been off of TV for almost 2 decades. Mm-hmm. But I feel like in the past 6 months, the Mr. Rogers love is strong.
Because we need a guy like Mr. Rogers now.
Okay. I was just curious. I didn't know why.
Because it just seems like no one's nice anymore.
Yeah.
And he's the ultimate nice guy.
Yeah.
But it is like when you see, because you could get this perception that, everything had to be scrubbed for perfection when it came to Mr. Rogers. I am comforted to know that his staff and his crew were just regular people.
Really?
Who would joke around and cuss and all of this kind of crazy normal stuff, that it wasn't, this just...
Wasn't the 700 Club?
No, it was not the 700 Club. And to me, I take some comfort in that.
Yeah.
That, he would joke around with them.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, he just seems like the real deal. Just a nice guy. So, at the other end of the spectrum,
Yeah.
you were telling me about Donald Trump's Space Force. I haven't seen this. You're going to have to explain this to me.
Can I play you some audio?
Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the 6th branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement.
So, Adam,
Yeah.
Space Force. Is it to fight aliens?
What else would it be for? He's pretty much prepping for combat in space, correct?
Sounds like it.
Space dominance.
Yes.
Not who can get to the moon fastest.
No, not space exploration.
Yeah, space dominance.
Space dominance.
Man.
This is like yesterday's Enterprise. You ever seen that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation?
Yeah.
When this time anomaly happens and all of a sudden the Enterprise with Picard and Riker, it's no longer a space exploration vessel, it's a war vessel. This is what we've just gone to. We've gone from space exploration to space warfare.
Man.
Dominance.
There's only one thing that can fix this problem. A meteor.
I could stay awake just to hear you.
Man. So if I told you 3 years ago, honestly, that I'm like, JP, I promise you, President Donald Trump will put together the 6th military branch, the Space Force for outer space.
Oh my gosh.
What's funny is, like, if you on the outside, it's really cool. It's a cool concept,
Yeah,
but it's dumb.
it is dumb.
I mean, this is like a G.I. Joe variant figure I wouldn't want to buy.
I know, it does read like the back of a G.I. Joe, member of the Space Force.
It's terrible.
Y'all seen any aliens around here?
The best part is, and the whole meeting isn't very long, as you can imagine. He can't say much about it, but the press conference after that little speech he gave there, I forget the actual general's name, but it's almost like he didn't tell the general beforehand. Like he announced this. He's like, we're gonna have General Blank right on it, and he's looking around for the general. General? He's like trying to find him. He's like, let's do it.
Oh, let me see. I think I can. It's towards the end, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back to our president.
Name the next great American frontier. And once more, we will proudly lead humanity. And that's what it is. It's humanity beyond the earth and into those forbidden skies, but they will not be forbidden for long. You're very important people. You have a great contribution. What you're doing has been incredible, but it will be even more incredible, far more incredible, because we are giving
Will
you
it be
a
incredible?
platform the likes
Even more
of which
incredible.
nobody has ever been given before. I am a big believer. You will go out there and you will take that frontier, which is largely unknown by man or woman, and you will learn everything
Or feline.
there is
Or
to know
canine.
about it. And what you're doing is so important. Remember, economically, militarily,
Is that a word?
scientifically, in every way, there's no place like space.
I haven't heard that part yet. That's terrible.
There's no place like space. There's no place like space.
I have questions how this will happen. So first off, NASA's been totally defunded by the government, correct?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Well, now, basically what this does is it brings NASA back, not as a department of science, but a department of
Like the military,
warfare.
yeah.
A department of the military. So it's not called NASA. It doesn't have a cool name like NASA anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's the Space Force.
I'm just really curious if he's even. I mean, he almost has to talk to Elon Musk about this at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no one has better know-how or physical ways to get to space than he does right now.
I mean, there's a Tesla rotating the Earth right now.
Exactly. So that's one question. Like, NASA's been totally defunded. So how's that even happening? And second off, the majority of his people don't even believe in science. So what are we doing this for?
Well, what if, man, I so wish, just for like 2 hours, I could travel 30 years in the future and see what it's like.
Yeah. Man, think of the changes we've had in 3 years, like I said. 30 may be too much. I don't know if you could handle 30 years.
Like it just end up and there's just
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, you're just floating in space. My God.
I knew it.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Like I said, it's a really fun concept of like an LJN video game from the 90s.
Space Force.
Yeah, but not a real deal.
In the year 2018.
Do you see? We should give him maybe some props for it, but he's trying.
You know what he's trying to do?
He'll say sentences and like try to, man or woman.
You know what he's trying to do?
Yeah.
This is what he does. This is his MO. Oh, no. Nobody likes the fact that I'm ripping children away from their families and shoving them in a Walmart on the Texas border. What can I do? Space Force. Look, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop because I don't want to be
Too political. Yeah, yeah.
But
It's a fun joke.
to me, Space Force, come on. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, I don't. That's
The best in this, I would say, is Pence behind him. Look at that
yeah.
face. He's like, 6 months, I'll be president. I know it. 6 months. Even money, 6 months, I'm
Where did this
president.
come from? Like,
Who's this person down here?
I'm not sure. I really want to believe and be behind this concept. There's no need. Like, there's no need for that. Exploration, sure. Like, if this was a meeting to bring NASA back, and he made a John F. Kennedy promise, and by 2021 we'll have a man on Mars.
Yeah.
I would be
all for it.
Mario Yahoos.
Yes.
Yahoo!
But this is not what he announced.
Yeah.
This is a military operation. This has nothing to do with space exploration.
Yeah.
This is not Starfleet.
He understands, like, in space, the small little mass of land we have for the United States is very minute, right?
Right.
Is he aware of that?
I think well, it's the forbidden. It's
Yeah.
the forbidden exploration. What did he say? The forbidden.
The frontier. He's quoting Star Trek stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
He's not quoting Star Trek stuff unless he's reading from the Klingons or not even the Klingons,
Yeah.
like the Romulans, the Borg. He's quoting the Borg playbook.
Pretty Kardashian-esque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True. Or Kardashian.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, wow. So that's
Wow.
fun, right? It's a fun story.
So now we have a sixth branch of the
Yeah.
military called
And my first thought is, like-
called the Space Force.
Imagine, like, the nerdy boys in high school currently. They're like, oh, man, I'm going to join the Space Force.
I know. There's a lot of Luke Skywalkers running around.
I'm curious how fast this can go into effect. Is this like starting next month you can sign up? Are we talking like a 2020 launch? Like when can someone actually enlist in the Space Force? This saying out loud sounds ridiculous.
And think about it, because any sort of presentation with the military, they have like all the themes
Yeah.
for the for the different branches. Dun 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 dun. Think about Iron Man,
yeah.
Army,
Right.
Navy,
Yeah.
Air Force, Marines, Space Force. I guess we have Air Force,
Yeah.
but Air Force has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Space Force sounds like a knockoff toy you'd buy in 1987.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like, I have poor parents. They can't afford G.I. Joes. They can't afford Transformers. What am I going to unwrap Christmas morning?
Go buy some Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where every one of the figures look exactly the same.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very curious how big this will be. I mean, how many people?
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Is it going to be huge?
It's going to be huge.
Yeah. Will it be as big as like an Army or Air Force or Marines? Or are we talking like 12 specialists?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Is this like an Armageddon kind of thing? Or are we going like a full-on branch?
Hey, there's an outside chance, even though I truly believe in my heart this is just to deflect from negative news of the week. There's a chance the conspiracy wanderer inside of me, or ponderer, this could be gently easing us towards a big extraterrestrial announcement.
You think so?
No, I don't think so. But it's fun to speculate. I mean, don't you think this is how it would be? Well, last year we launched the Space Force. Unfortunately, we've discovered aliens.
Yeah.
And they've got an armada parked off the 6 miles or whatever
What's crazy
from the surface of the moon.
I have so many questions. If we're doing actual space combat, shouldn't it be our world versus others, not our country versus? I mean, really.
Well,
If you had like the army of Mars versus Florida to Washington,
tonight
get out of here.
on intergalactic battle.
Yeah, but it's USA, man.
The Army of Mars.
People like
takes
him
over
are
USA.
thinking, USA is the world. We're not the world.
He's
we're a
thinking we're going to go dominate other planets and plant our flag. It's just,
Let's be honest. Russia would be better at this. Let's just say it.
imagine Manifest Destiny taken up to 10.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
We're going to go claim foreign planets as our own.
I'm very curious. For the first time, I'm glad he had this. Not that I agree with it. This is a good storyline here.
Yeah, this is great. Just when you thought it couldn't get wackier.
Yeah. Well, imagine. So, what's going to happen for the next incoming president after he won't get elected in 2020? Think about it.
Could they dissolve the Space
That's what
Force?
I'm saying. Can you come in and I'm sorry, guys. I know you all have jobs and families and things are happening, but this branch no longer has that ever happened in the history of the country?
I know,
An actual military branch be dissolved?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So
No.
the new person can't come in and okay,
No.
Space Force people.
There have been, NASA, technically not a branch of the military, but was dissolved more or less.
Yeah.
It was defunded for
But
sure.
certain people, if a new Democratic president comes in,
Yeah.
and within the first year,
Don't you take my Space Force.
takes away a branch of the military. Oh man, I'm telling you, what's going to happen, right?
God, guns in the Space Force.
Think about that disaster. Think about it.
You can have my phaser when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Don't float on me, because no gravity, no treading. That's good. But so once this is in effect, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is a wrong that can't be righted. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
here.
I agree with you. I don't think an incoming president can, unless it's just an abject failure on all levels.
It's like his XFL.
Exactly. Which I got to tell you,
Does it smell pretty XFL-ish?
it's got a little hint to it. Like maybe some hazelnuts in the XFL.
You think so?
Yeah, unless it's an abject failure that no one signs up for and has no real direction, then I think it would be a very easy call for the incoming president to dissolve the Space Force. Is this reality? Are we really living through this?
We're here, we're there. Yeah,
This is real.
it's exciting.
This is real.
Yeah,
And you know what? I'm sure there's some people that are excited that we have a Space Force.
yeah. Like I said, I'm
I
excited.
agree
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah,
That I would have rather seen a refunding of NASA. I want to see exploration, not necessarily militarization
Yeah.
of space. This goes back. This kind of harkens back to the Reagan-esque era of the whole Star Wars idea that we put giant lasers in space to shoot down missiles.
what did the Alan Parsons Project?
Yes,
Pretty much it, right?
the Alan Parsons Project.
Think about it. Whenever my daughter's in high school, she'll have Space Force recruiters at her cafeteria. You want to go to space? It's not a pickup line.
I mean, how much? Are we gonna have space military ships?
That'd be awesome.
Are they gonna patrol them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is this real? How is this real? How are we really living through this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to
Honestly.
watch. There has to be people much more in the know than he. And he brings us some people. Is he surrounded by yes men at this point?
Yes.
And women?
And felines.
Yeah, right. I guess he is, huh?
Men and women. I'm not a misogynist. I'm looking at you, Chris Hardwick.
Oh, yeah. That's good. I thought you would enjoy that. And that just happened a few hours ago, so it's pretty fresh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Your daughter will have
Yeah.
Space Force recruiters. Oh, man.
Yeah. What's weird about that is, I mean, odds are in 30, 40 years, that will be just as accepted as an Air Force. People won't think it's weird.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. I think this could be their theme, actually.
What's that?
Hang on. Hold, please.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby, when they drop that bomb. Crawl out through the fallout with the greatest.
Well, this will take us right into the subject of today's show.
Yeah.
47 minutes in.
Guns getting higher.
E3 coverage.
Uh-huh.
Fallout 76.
Yep, a lot of stuff.
Close and kiss the
What's the most exciting thing from E3 for you personally?
Elder Scrolls 6, maybe?
We'll start with that.
That's okay, we'll do that next.
through the rain of strontium 90. Think about your hero when you're at ground zero and crawl out through the fallout back to me.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Cornflake.
So we host the Flopcast.
We cover nerd and geek subjects of all types, but this is sort of a sillier, goofier side of geekdom, I'd say.
We love to talk about music, especially funny music.
We talk about comic books, conventions.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah. I'd say if you're going to put the Flopcast in Brady Bunch terms, we're like the cousin Oliver of podcasting. And we do a ridiculous new Flopcast episode every week.
What is wrong with us?
We really have nothing else to do. We're part of the Earth Station 1 podcast network.
And you can find us at flopcast.net.
Don't forget, it's always playing.
Man, why couldn't it be a song I like?
Always playing. Donald Trump announcing Space Force.
Right.
This was playing
Yeah, the whole time.
the whole time.
Background.
It's always there. Never ends. But we do need to do this.
Right.
Grab your joystick.
This game is an atrocity.
It's time for Gamers Corner.
I think it'll make a person become insane.
Gamers Corner brought to you by
The Space Force.
Space Force. Sign up today. See the stars. Shoot some aliens. Space Force. Visit your local recruiting station.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's the funny part. Not a joke.
No, it's real.
That's a real deal. You know those actual awesome Army commercials they have during Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
The Army Reserve, the Air
I
Force.
can't wait to see this for Space Force.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those would be awesome commercials.
I bet you anything the Star Wars theme becomes
You
the
think
Space
so?
Force. Yeah.
At least 2001: Space Odyssey. I could see that
Oh,
with like
yeah.
the horizon and the
Yeah.
putting on the helmets, the close up, almost Sam Raimi buckling of the suits. I could see it.
Probably happened.
Yeah, that's big news. But if you're a gamer, the big news this month has been the E3 presentations. We just finished up with like last week. Just wrapped it up. No, we usually kind of keep things not so newsy here on Podcast World recently,
Well.
but it's E3.
So this week.
Yeah, we're sick this week, literally. So I kind of told you that maybe Elder Scrolls 6 was my favorite thing of E3 this past week, but I want to take it back.
Take it back.
What shocked me the most was there are already talks, and they spoke of it on stage, of the new consoles, the new generation of consoles coming as early as 2020 will be here.
No, I just got my PS4 last year.
It wasn't last year.
2 years ago.
I think it was almost 3, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll be through this Christmas.
Right. So yeah, 2020 will be the new generation of consoles. So they think. Who knows? The new Xbox is codenamed Scarlet. It's been confirmed. That will change, of course, but right now it's called Scarlet. Can you imagine? I mean, they're showing trailers of games, and speaking of games, that won't even come out until that next generation. They're already showing gameplay and showing mechanics of things that will be here in 2020. It's exciting. Do you think we can get it? I mean, is it, as we get more advanced in the graphics and the gameplay and the controllers and the innards of a gaming system?
Well, it's all about VR going forward, right?
I think there's quite a bit. It's advancing,
Yeah.
but I still think they know your average gamer wants to veg out on a couch with his thumbs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't think. I just think unless you can train a whole generation that's how you game.
Yeah.
I don't think putting on the helmet and the headphones and the calibration,
It's a little too much.
until it becomes so turnkey, then maybe where you just plug something in to your head.
Boom, just plop it in, Matrix style.
Yeah.
But let's hop around a little bit. We won't have any kind of structure here. We're just going to talk about some random games. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate on the Nintendo Switch. Did you see any coverage for this whatsoever at all?
No.
This game, I'm not a huge Smash fan. I don't think you are either, but we can't deny a huge Super Smash Brothers community out there. Any convention we go to, any kind of video game gathering, it's always one of their biggest hits, the old Super Smash Brothers games. Now, this one here, the first Smash Brothers game to contain every fighter from the Smash Brothers games ever. That's why it's called Ultimate. Every single one. Anytime you've ever seen a fighter in a Smash Brothers game, this game's going to have it.
Pikachu?
Of course, yeah. This game, it'll come out December 7th.
Jigglypuff?
Of course. Even Kirby. The Wii Fit trainer is even back.
Yoshi?
Yoshi's in there.
No.
Yeah.
No Yoshi.
Yoshi in there. It's funny because people love the GameCube. Most people, I can only speak from what I hear, most people love the GameCube Smash Brothers game the most. And even on the Nintendo Switch, they have an adapter where this game can use your GameCube controllers to work in the game. Isn't that funny?
Oh, wow.
Nintendo won't let it go. Let it go. Let it go, Jack. Fortnite, as we all know, is the biggest battle royale game going today.
People love Fortnite.
They do. It's officially announced right now. It's available to play on the Switch.
Isn't Thanos now in Fortnite?
He is, yeah. Yeah, he's in Fortnite.
That's a good guy, right?
It depends. If you're playing as him, you're playing as him, so sure, you're
From
good.
a different point of view.
Exactly, yeah. Halo Infinite was announced. It's a possible Halo MMO. Not very much was talked about or shown, but a quick little teaser, and most people think that is the next step in the Halo evolution, which is a Halo MMO. Were you ever a big Halo fan at all?
No.
No? Yeah, same here.
Red versus blue.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Good callback.
Thanks.
I'm a big Elder Scrolls fan. They did talk about a little bit about the franchise. First off, they showed Elder Scrolls Blades, which I first scoffed at. It's a mobile game. Now, I believe, so they totally presented it as a mobile game only, but as the presentation wrapped up and they leaked stuff online, they say it will be released on consoles as well, kind of a cross-play, mobile, console-ish Elder Scrolls game. It looks all right. From what they showed of the mobile version, doesn't look terrible. I know the idea of a mobile swiping game for Melee like that doesn't sound good, but it was all right.
So if they were to develop a huge MMO based on Elder Scrolls, could that compete with World of Warcraft?
Well, they have it. Elder Scrolls Online, ESO.
Oh, so it's a huge MMO.
Yeah, yeah.
Does it compete with World of Warcraft?
No, it does not.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure the official numbers now, but yeah, World of Warcraft is always supreme. I don't know why or how. I guess because it's been going for 14 years now.
Does the MMO have the? Because I'm not an Elder Scrolls
Right,
fan
yeah,
at all.
Yeah,
I tried.
yeah.
But
you don't have the high fantasy stuff. It's not your bag.
That's true.
Yeah,
but maybe if they had the Macho Man Dragon.
that's true. It'd be a good mod. Just keep it actually.
Yeah.
Like Thanos is in Fortnite. You can put the Macho Man Dragon actually in Elder Scrolls Online.
There you go.
Yeah. So after Blades was shown, they did show the ultimate teaser of Elder Scrolls 6. We're talking like a slow pan over some foggy mountains with some symphonic Elder Scrolls
some John Denver music.
And the Elder Scrolls 6 logo hits and it goes to black. It's about 10, maybe 15 seconds. Has no subtitle. Every Elder Scrolls game has a name to it, like a Morrowind or a Skyrim.
Believed to hype.
Exactly.
Elder Scrolls 6.
An Oblivion, but 6, as of now, doesn't have a name. And if I had to guess, that's a 2020-ish. I think that'll be a launch title on the new console, honestly, if I had to guess.
2020.
Yeah. Bethesda, which is known for doing Fallout games, we'll speak of in a bit, and the Elder Scrolls. They announced they have a game coming out most likely for the next franchise or the next installment of consoles as well, called Starfield. It's their first new original franchise in 25 years. So that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, they have had nothing original in 25 years, and here we go in Starfield. So it's kind of like
when you've got the titles they have,
Right,
when
yeah.
you have the IP
Yeah.
they have,
Putting out Doom and Fallout and and Elder Scrolls, you're
yeah,
you're good.
You're okay.
Yeah. So that's first one in 25 years. Take the Fallout RPG elements and the RPG elements of a Skyrim and put it in space.
Skyrim,
The Space Force, Starfield. There we go.
I'd almost forgotten about it.
Yeah, you're a Gears of War fan, yeah?
Oh, you know I
Yeah,
am.
a lot of Gears of War announcements this
You
year.
know I am.
Have I told you about these yet?
Do you remember when they said Gears of War 3 was the end?
Oh yeah, yeah. Then Judgment.
Yep.
And then 4.
Yep.
And the remake of the old ones. And then now Gears of War 5 was announced.
Yep.
So that's cool. Did you see what else they announced for Gears of War fans?
No. Enamel pins?
So there's a Gears of War 5 that was announced later on. But at first they announced this game I'm going to talk about soon, and people thought that was the big Gears announcement. And they were kind of a little bit pissy.
Yeah.
You know the Lego games?
Oh, no.
That would be better. You know the Lego games, the Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, Batman.
Which are fun.
Harry Potter.
With the right properties.
But, that's kind of for all ages. You can be a kid or an adult. People love Legos. It's a toy franchise people get behind.
I like the Batman Lego movie.
Right. I mean, you would say as a collector or a fan of toys that you and your kid can play with, Legos are top. Would you say like a Funko Pop figure is number 2?
Mm-hmm.
So why not have a Gears of War Pop game?
Oh, wow.
True story. They've announced look it up. It's a Gears of War Pop, Funko Pop game.
I watched the Funko documentary this week.
I've started that, and it kind of froze up on me.
No, I'm sorry.
Need to watch more of it. But yeah, Gears of War Pop. Check out that trailer.
So it's a game.
Yeah, it's just like
a Lego game.
Yeah, Lego game.
Except they're pop figures.
Exactly, yeah.
Do they talk?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Or are they smart, like in the original Lego games, where they just made vocal sounds?
I think they may talk.
Because I think that's when the Lego games kind of lost it.
You think that's when
That's when they actually started talking.
They jumped the Lego shark?
They did kind of jump the Lego shark, so to speak.
Fallout 76 was shown a lot more in detail. I think you saw some of this.
So what's your thoughts on this now? Do you think the map really will be 4 times the size of Fallout 4?
We'll see.
How do they develop that so fast? Or are they just reusing?
You can tell it's the same engine, really. It looks like the exact same engine. I think this will be their version of a mod.
Yeah.
To be honest. So they can take their own original source code and just build upon that and layer, mirror, and it's kind of there.
And it's going to have multiple players.
Right.
But no more than 12 on the map at any time.
Right.
Do you think they misspoke when they said that?
Maybe, because that seems kind of small. If it's 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
And there's only 12 people in there.
The only enemies, when you see a person, be it good or bad, it's a real playable person.
Right.
That means you're going to go months and see no one.
Exactly.
Where's the fun in that?
That's true.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be either a half price game at launch, maybe a full price game. But I would not even doubt in the least if it was a free to play game and they just microtransaction the hell out of you.
How buggy is this thing going to be when it launches?
I mean, even the guy spoke of that at the presentation. He
did?
Yeah, he spoke of their bugs.
Yeah.
He's like, we're known to have some bugs. He spoke of it. So I think it'll be a cheaper, if I had to guess, cheaper game on release and just microtransactions left and right.
So if you want
Always
that
online.
copper.
Yeah, exactly.
You want the copper.
Yeah.
You can
Always
just buy it.
I mean, the new thing now is the loot crates and loot boxes. Have you seen this whole thing going online? Like for Star Wars Battlefront 2 that came out last year, people hated so much. That was a full price game, $60. But to receive everything in the game, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars. Because not only you're not buying it, like if you see someone with certain stormtrooper armor that not only looks better but gives you better actual abilities, you can see that.
You can't take it from them?
No. You'd have to purchase a loot crate, which is gambling at a point. And so you pay money, $2 or $3 for a loot crate, and it randomizes what you get inside of it. It's a blind box, blind bag. But that's a big thing in video games now is the loot crates, loot boxes. Madden does it, FIFA football, everybody does it. It's all about those loot crates, loot boxes.
Microtransactions.
Yeah. They have a thing now, Madden Ultimate Team. It's been around for 5, 6, 7 years. FIFA has it. Most of the hardcore players play it. So on Madden Ultimate Team for Madden football, you have a team you create with almost like trading cards. When you receive the trading card of that player, you have them on your team. And so you're buying these digital packs of cards to get these players to put on your actual digital team. And you're paying real money to do that.
So will it ever get away from dollars and go to a cryptocurrency?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't know. I had a friend, I won't name names, a friend of my wife's It was her husband. So we were visiting them, and during that month, they got their credit card bill in. He'd put over $2,000 of digital Madden packs on their card that month. He was in trouble.
I bet.
So that's kind of money. He spent $2,000 in 1 month on digital trading cards on Madden.
At probably like 99 cents a pop.
Yeah,
Or $1 a pop.
Yeah. Of course, if you buy 250 packs, it's $175. You get
Yeah.
they give you deals.
Yeah. I guess.
So that's the
But
kind
you
of money.
can't get that $2,000 back.
Exactly.
No matter what you do.
Exactly. That's the kind of money they make with those kind of microtransactions. So I think, but I've spoken of it before, but it's time for it. Video games cost the exact same now than they did 25 years ago. In the early 90s, I was buying Sega Genesis games for $75.
For $60.
Yeah,
$16,
yeah, so even more. Yeah, around that. And of course, it takes much more manpower or woman power. Much more time, money,
or woman,
much more everything to make these games now. So you can't be. I mean, the game I'm talking about was Eternal Champions. Have you played Eternal Champions on the Sega Genesis? It was a terrible,
remember that
2D fighter, kind of a rip-off Street Fighter, and I paid $75 for that. So now you're telling me the game like that should cost more than a Fallout 76? I mean, they have to get their money back somehow. So microtransactions, it's a necessary evil.
And it can lower the initial cost of the game, too.
Yeah,
but in the long run, you pay $2,000.
Like Fortnite is huge right now.
Right.
It's free. You pay $0 to play that game. You get cool skins and weapons and look awesome and have the upper hand. You got to spend some money.
Right.
Much like Hearthstone. I mean, you can.
Yeah, and I felt bad when I would buy a pack on Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Which was what, like $2?
Yeah, $2.
Like
yeah. But think about that in actuality. $60 for a real game. It depends.
Wow.
Yeah.
$2,000
in a month.
A Madden game.
In a month.
Think of all the starving kids in the world you could help.
All the Space Force.
All the Space Force.
Let's keep it rolling here. Assassin's Creed Legacy, the new Assassin's Creed game coming out later on this year, I believe. Set in ancient Greece this time around. Kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fun.
You love the Assassin's games.
The first 5 I did.
Yeah.
After that, it kind of lost me. The Resident Evil 2 remake was announced. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
Who doesn't love some RE2?
I guess. Man.
You're not feeling Resident Evil?
Well, I mean, come on, Capcom.
CD Projekt Red is known for their Witcher franchise. They have a game coming out. If you're a Blade Runner fan, people love this game. Cyberpunk 2077. Have you looked this one up yet?
I've heard about this.
I think you would enjoy this quite a bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cyberpunk 2077, a very in-depth, just very stylized kind of, cyberpunk futuristic RPG.
I don't know why I'm such a cyberpunk fan.
Yeah, you're a fan.
I really am.
That's what you are. The Last of Us Part 2, some gameplay and some cutscenes were shown. Some controversy because in the first game you had Joel kind of being the bodyguard of her name was Ellie, 10 or 12 years old, across the country, the zombie apocalypse. But now Joel is gone. I believe Ellie's a 15 or 16-year-old girl, and now she is a lesbian, kissing up on other girls. So kind of some controversy on the screen. They showed some teenage lesbians. People were like, "Whoa!" It's one of those things like, "Hey, we can't say anything." That's cool. It's one of those moments there. So pretty controversial E3 this year with a lot of that stuff. We spoke of Bethesda earlier.
I think it would be the age thing more than anything, right?
Well, because if you saw a 16-year-old boy and a girl on screen, you were like, "That's no big deal." They're at a dance. 16-year-old boys and girls dancing, kissing. That's not weird.
But yeah, so as long as it doesn't go past that.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a kiss.
Okay.
But people were like, they kept it in.
Never mind.
Yeah, right. So Bethesda announced VR versions of new Wolfenstein and Prey games coming out. So,
a new Wolfenstein.
Yeah, a VR Wolfenstein.
Get ready to hunt some Nazis.
Think about it. Battlefield 5 coming out soon. The big thing now, PUBG with some Fortnite. Even the new Call of Duty is doing it, but Battlefield 5 will feature a Battle Royale mode. The classic coming across some land in a plane, dropping off, parachuting, gathering your goods, your weapons. That's the new thing now, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's all Fortnite is.
Yeah, same for PUBG. It's all And now Battlefield.
See how long you can last.
Yeah, usually it starts with 100 people. You parachute out of a plane, gather your goods, your weapons. Whoever is the final person standing is the winner.
Yeah.
That's the new thing, though. It's the new hotness.
There has to be a story mode to it, though, right?
Maybe.
How does Thanos factor into it?
It's just a playable skin.
Oh, you can be Thanos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. Nothing too deep.
I'm Thanos.
Exactly. A new Star Wars game will be set between episodes 3 and 4, coming out by EA.
Well,
we'll see, huh?
That sounds great.
You missed Pokemon Go, right?
I do. Well, I saw a little bit of this.
Yeah, so Pokemon Let's Go.
Yep.
Yeah, bringing the fun of Pokemon Go to your living room. You kind of, on your Nintendo Switch, integrate Pokemon Go, the Pokemon you catch in the real or in the actual real world, bring them back and fight them on your TV in your living room. It's a cool concept.
Do you miss Pokemon Go?
I
Do you still play?
No, I don't. But I miss liking it. I miss it being good.
Yeah.
And they're getting smart with it. So they're finally, after what? This is 3 years after release? Two or three?
2, right?
Was it 2?
When you came walking down my street,
Was it just 2
looking
years
for
ago?
a Pokemon?
Was it 2?
There's a goobity gob at the end of the street. I got to go see it.
It may have been 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just now releasing, you can trade and play with your friends. Before this, it was you got your Pokemon, you'd fight some stranger at a gym. But now it's you can trade with your friends. So it's kind of integrating into Pokemon Let's Go.
Okay.
Be fun, huh?
Hey, let's go.
On PC, this one isn't like a headlining breaking news thing, but it's something we would talk about on Gamers Corner. On the PC, there's a game called Man-Eater, was shown, Man-Eater.
Mm-hmm.
An open world RPG played from the perspective of a man-eating shark. Yeah, that's it. The Jaws RPG, pretty much. Last but not least, you know that Microsoft and Xbox owns Rare. Rare has many great games like the 007 franchise or the GoldenEye games, all kinds of good games Rare makes. Donkey Kong Country, Conker's Bad Fur Day, but they're bringing one special game back. It was a black screen, the logo comes up, and the crowd went nuts. They're bringing Battletoads back.
No.
I was very excited about that, yeah.
Really?
Battletoads is coming back.
It's going to be bigger than Star Fox.
Yeah, bigger than the Space Force. Isn't that cool? So yeah, Battletoads on some Xbox. I'm excited.
Any news about the next Red Dead game, maybe?
No. You know how Rockstar does, man. They're their own baby.
Yeah.
They'll have their own conference somewhere else in a few months.
Pre-order special collector sets now.
Yeah. What's in that? Do you know what's in there?
I think a gun.
Yeah. But Rockstar is
a membership to the
They
Space
never really
Force.
show up to E3, do they?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can recall.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
Yeah.
I can't believe Fallout 76 coming out this Christmas.
Yeah. It's just it's a reskin.
I
It's the
know.
same engine of the game.
Yeah. But they're going to try to curb the trolling online,
Yeah,
correct? And the online bullying. How do
That's
they
right.
do that?
They try that with Fortnite and with PUBG. That if people get reported enough for modding or bugging or glitching, cheating, whatever, they'll get reported and kind of get punished from it somehow. Either a ban, like I have in Rocket League sometimes, or something like that.
How do you get banned from Rocket League?
It doesn't matter. I don't know.
What do you do?
I'm just a little toxic.
What does that mean?
I mean, if I have a teammate on my team and he's being trash, I'll call him out.
What do you mean he's being trash?
He's not being a good player. He's terrible.
Hold on a second. You're trolling your own team?
No, not trolling. If you have, it's a competitive game. Rocket League's competitive, and so he has certain rankings.
Are you taking out your insomnia on strangers online?
Strange 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And if you're bad enough to them, they can screenshot what you're saying to them or what you're doing and report you. And you have enough reports, you get banned.
What do you say?
I don't say bad things to the
What
kids.
do you say?
Just like,
give me an example.
I don't know, like uninstall this game. Stuff like that. Go back to Fortnite.
Why are you doing this?
They should
What's
uninstall the
wrong
game.
with you? Who are you becoming?
I'm trying to make them a stronger person.
No, you're not.
To be fair, I never do it unwarranted. They always start it. I know it sounds like a 10-year-old argument, but I'm always nice and friendly until, like, say if I miss a shot and they give me sass, I'll sass it back threefold. I never start it. I just finish it.
Are you sure?
I promise, yeah.
Are you sure?
I promise you.
All right.
I got banned for 48 hours last time.
From Rocket League.
Yeah, I was mad.
I was jonesing for some Rocket League.
I was. 48 hours, man.
Wow.
That's nothing worse to, like, log in and try to go to some matchmaking, and that red flag pops up. You've been banned for 48 hours. Man.
They could screenshot what you're saying to them. I think, like, uninstall this game would not get you banned.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like that's ban-worthy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need a better example. What,
so-
what did you say? You know what you said that got you banned.
I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You did. No. People say, I don't remember what I said. You clearly remember what you said.
It's never a one, like, I'll do that a lot. It's not
Did
like
you
a one.
offend their mother?
No, it's not a one-time deal. Like, I talk like that a lot on there. But it's not bad. But I think if people, if you have enough people reporting you for abuse.
It's their fault you're being abusive.
Yeah.
That's clearly
They started.
the words of an abuser. Have you not seen the PSAs?
I'm doing it for their own good. I love them.
No, you're not. You're a bully.
No. They start it every time.
How do they start it?
Like, so if I miss a shot.
Okay, give me an example of what they would say to you.
Well, they have pre-made. So you have options in there. You can do certain combinations of your buttons because when you're playing Fortnite or not Fortnite, playing Rocket League, you don't have much time to pause the game, type it out on your controller. You can do that's an option, but you'll have like a certain button combination. Some will say like great pass, nice shot, what a save if you have a save. And so if someone shoots, if you're playing goalie, someone shoots and you miss it, and your teammate says what a save to you, that's being a jerk to you. Like, oh, what a save, a-hole. That's when it lights me up. I can't take it. When they start sassing me, that's when I actually start like talking to them.
That's when you turn the mic on.
Yeah. Listen here. Hey. Listen here, Tyler.
Well, I got to be honest, Adam.
Yeah.
I have some concerns. This is how you're spending your time. I think
I'm good now. After that 48-hour ban, I cooled down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My first game back, I felt fresh.
We'll get you a lifelong ban. We'll get you on the ban.
I think. Well,
what do you have to do to get on the list?
It gets increased more. My first one's an hour, and then it increases more each time.
How did you go from an hour to 2 days?
Well, it goes an hour, then I believe 6 hours, then 24 hours, and 48 hours. No, 1 hour, 6 hours, 12, 24. Yeah.
So you're a habitual abuser.
No. So it's just like modern day times. If someone doesn't like what you're doing, they can call you out and get you in trouble.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
But have you always had this mean streak?
No. Just that game brings it out in me.
All right.
But I only started when they started first. I only try to finish it.
Yeah.
I'm always nice and cordial. I can take a good loss.
Yeah.
But when they sass me, it's a problem.
So I kind of along those lines.
Yeah.
These traits that we're finding out about you. A few months ago, I think, didn't we talk about astrological signs on here?
Yeah, I think so.
So we just kind of compared ours. So I took the traits of my sign, asked 10 people, do you think this describes me?
Oh, boy.
Most of them said yes. Most of them said, the best was, yep, that's pretty damn accurate. To go over, and I am going to once again ask you to get your opinion. Resourceful.
Yeah.
Brave. Passionate.
Yeah.
Stubborn.
Yeah.
How am I stubborn?
Oh, there we go. It's just, I think everyone is in a way. Some more than others.
A true friend.
Yeah.
Weaknesses. None. I'm kidding. Distrusting.
What was the...
That was strengths.
What, stubborn was the strength?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like if I believe in something, if I truly believe something is right, I will not give up on
I've
it.
always thought the term stubborn is a negative.
Yeah. But it can be a strength.
Yeah.
Weaknesses. Distrusting. These are the ones, by the way, that I take contention with.
Well, they're negatives. You should.
Because I don't think I'm distrusting. Do you think I'm distrusting? Oh, what do you know? I don't trust you. Violent?
No, definitely not that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not violent. This could go in yours. Scorpio likes truth, facts, fake news, being right. Adam, do I have to be right?
I think that's a general yes.
Think about what you're going to say.
So this is very general. I think everyone has all these characteristics.
Longtime friends.
Yeah.
Teasing.
Okay, yeah. Which way?
A grand passion.
Yeah.
I think that means like you would have like a grand passion. Like
I think these are too broad, man.
My grand passion is chess.
These are too broad. Everyone has these.
Dislikes. Dishonesty.
Who doesn't?
Like who loves dishonesty?
Exactly. Who doesn't dislike dishonesty?
Revealing secrets. You know what I really like? I love it when I tell you a secret and then you go tell everybody else. I love it. Yeah. That's why I tell them to you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Passive people.
Is that a dislike, you think?
I don't like passive.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, you're the exception. But apparently you're not passive anymore.
I'm very passive aggressive. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I took a little unofficial poll. Like more than 90% say that applies to me.
Yeah. But I think it's very broad. I think
That more than 90% of those descriptions
Okay.
apply to me.
yeah.
No one said I was violent or
Yeah.
distrusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They better not. I swear.
Yeah.
One of these days.
I don't. Yeah. Those signs though, man. I don't know.
But I think you're right. I think you can you can see whatever you want in those. Yeah, that's totally me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anything else?
That's about it for me.
I got some Fortnite. I got to go play. Some Rocket League.
I get to go to bed early tonight. I think.
I got to go tease some little kids on Rocket League. Make them cry.
You should play Rocket League. You should try it out.
No. What do you play it on?
Xbox, but it's cross compatible.
Xbox. Rocket League.
It's cross compatible. We can play PS4 and PC.
Now, when Fallout 76 comes out, I have a PS4. You have an Xbox. Can we play together?
No.
Or you're going to have to get a PS4?
Nah.
Because I'm never going back.
I don't. If I do pick that up, it'll be a while. I'm not sold on it. I'm just not. I don't know.
The PS4. Really?
No, Fallout 76.
Oh, Fallout 76.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be. I think it could have been DLC for Fallout 4. I think that's the original intention. I think they milked it a little bit more and put a little more into it, and they're going to charge a lot more for it.
Well, welcome to capitalism.
Yeah.
This is America.
I mean, think about it as, there's no real new storyline. They're using it's confirmed the same engine, the same graphical style. This is DLC, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I just find it so disturbing that you're teasing little kids on a video game.
I like to think of them as like a 35-year-old angry man.
That's what you are.
I mean, I'm projecting. I'm not mean. I'm not mean at all.
How old are you now?
30. I'll be 34 in September.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mid-30s.
Yeah.
You're about the age I was when we started this whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Weird, huh? Yeah.
I keep getting older. They stay the same age.
Yep.
We were watching. We were watching The Staircase, which is a documentary on Netflix. My wife and I were watching that, and it takes place in like 2003.
Yeah.
And it all looks old.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was like a year before Adam and I started hanging out.
Yeah. That's weird. To see that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in my head, 2000 was 10 years ago, but it's not.
Right. And then even the fashion then,
Uh-huh.
because like the guy's sitting at the desk and his sleeves are huge. I was like, those are big sleeves on that dress shirt.
Yeah, it's just 4 years after the last Seinfeld episode. Mm-hmm. That's not far moved.
It was during the era of the prequels.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah, episode 3 hadn't come out
yeah.
yet. Was that 2005?
I think that was, yeah.
Attack of the Clones was 2002, right?
Right, yes, it was between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where's our life going, man? What are we doing?
It's a blink.
What have we got to show for it?
We're here trash talking kids in Rocket League. That's what we do.
What's your favorite line to tell them?
I won't. I'll tell you off air.
Tell me. I'll bleep it.
I don't really have one. I don't
Yeah,
know
you do. You just said you tell me
No,
off air.
I really do say stuff like uninstall this game, go back to Fortnite, stuff like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I think you're holding back, though. I
And
sense you're holding back.
I love just because they never speak proper English.
No.
I mean, there's bad
You
grammar.
get racist on there?
No. It's bad grammar they give me. When I say proper English, they use bad grammar.
Oh, you mean like when they say dat instead of that?
Yeah, they're using like
what you're saying is they're younger than you.
yeah, probably so. Yeah.
So you know they're younger than you.
Yeah.
By the English that they're using.
No, you never know.
But yet you still feel the need.
I mean, younger than me could be a 22-year-old. Still deserves a verbal whipping.
Are you seeing the 15-year-old boys that may be dating your daughter one day?
Yeah, it bothers me. It bothers me badly. Yeah. And it's bad whenever someone else gets called out. They have like an age or a year in their name. They get called out for being an old person, like a 26-year-old. They'll call them grandpa and stuff.
Yeah, well.
I just keep quiet. That's the worst. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It only gets worse, too.
Someone almost 10 years younger than me. It's like an old person.
Yeah. Oh, hey, last thing we'll do, and then we'll leave. We'll shut this thing down and be back in a week and a half. We have some friends that do a show called Blame Your Brother.
All right, yeah.
They're celebrating, I'll just let you explain what you've gotten me involved in.
So it is episode 100.
Uh-huh.
And they're celebrating that with a 24-hour live stream.
Right. When does this happen?
I'm going to look it up right now. I believe it is. I'm going to tell you shortly.
And this is going to be live streamed on
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get the official information next week with the address, web address, and the time. But I believe I want to say July 13th through July 14th. I want
Okay.
to say
24 hours.
I think it starts July 13th at 9 p.m. and goes until July 14th at 9 p.m.
And when are we on?
I'm on at 2 p.m. on Saturday the 14th, and you're going to be on at 3 Saturday the 14th, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get him through the tough hours.
Yeah.
The Jerry Lewis
it's
middle of
like,
the night
what,
hours.
Hour 18 or so for them?
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy. Yeah, wow.
Now, are they all like going to be on for the entire 24 hours?
They make it seem like so, but
or are they going to do the smart thing where somebody takes a nap?
If I had to
and
guess,
comes
someone
back
has to do a nap. Someone has to, go eat. Someone has to grab something. Someone has to do something.
Yeah.
There's.
We're not going to eat, drink, pee, or anything during this.
I think they'll all be podcasting, but they'll have to. I mean, they'll have to leave eventually. I mean, 24 hours has at least what 1, 2, 3, 4 poops.
Yeah. And what? No.
Yeah, no big deal.
And
What's some meals in there? Maybe like I don't know. You have to brush your teeth at least once in 24 hours. Yeah.
I think one of them will pass out eventually.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine. We've done back in the radio days. We did what 4 hours in one night, 4 or 5 hours with 2 episodes and like an extra and a mini and.
You'll probably need to do a Patreon show at some point.
Yeah, it's true. But we did like 4.5 hours in one night, and it was long. Mm-hmm. It's like I can only imagine 24 hours straight. And that was with breaks and taking the headphones off and stretching it out. I can't
Go outside where it's cooler.
Yeah, I can't imagine 24 hours straight in front of cameras on a live stream at that. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They should set up like a charity for it though. Get people in there. For
Yeah,
that.
I thought they were, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not very observant.
Yeah. Who knows?
So how do we find out more about this?
I believe. Just Google Blame Your Brother. Like I said, I'll have more information. I know the podcast stream. I follow the podcast, but as far as websites, let me check it out for you.
BlameYourBrother.com?
Nah, I don't think so.
BYB.com?
It is
Blame it
BYBpod.com.
BYBpod.com.
Yeah, BlameYourBrother.com is something totally different. BYBpod.com.
Yeah.
They do a podcast every week and a YouTube show. They live stream the podcast, put it out the next day. It's pretty cool. So it's fun to see. And we'll be there 24 hours. We'll be there for 2 hours of that. We're there for 1/12 of the show.
That's true.
Back to back.
Not staying for 24.
We could have doubled up and done 1 hour, but we each have an hour apiece.
That's true. Which we can still.
I have plans to, like I said.
I think I'll be there during your
I'm
hour.
on, yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
I'm on, hour 18 or so, like I said. So I plan to bring some pep in the step. I'm going to go in there like Rip Torn. No, Rip, not Rip Torn.
Rip Torn from Men in Black.
Rip who?
You're going to be yelling at Jay?
Who am I thinking? Rip, help me out here.
Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor. I'm going to go in there
You're
and
with
Taylor.
some confetti?
Yeah.
And a
confetti
wig?
cannons, yeah. A mustache. I want to wake them up. I want to Rip Taylor it up. Rip Torn. I'm going to host an intergalactic kegger on them right there. No, I want to pep them up. I don't know. I have plans to be very up and at them.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm bringing cocaine.
There you go. Yeah.
Who wants a bump?
They did it on the show last week. They tried live on the air the pickle juice slushes from Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a real thing.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Are they good?
The first taste they hated, and it grew on them.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
What did I have? We went to get a little Nashville here. We went to what is that? Hillsboro Village.
Uh-huh.
And we went to a restaurant called Hop Daddy. It's a burger place in Hillsboro Village. And I asked for a Diet Coke, and he said, I can give you a Diet Coke in a bottle, or I can give you a fountain drink where you get free refills, but it's like a Mexican diet drink.
Weird.
Diet soda.
Huh.
And I was like, I'd really like that. Let me try that. It was so sweet.
Really?
It was very sweet.
It was diet?
It was diet.
Weird.
I have my doubts. Like it tasted like almost like pure cane sugar.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think that would qualify to be a diet soda.
No, not at all.
I don't.
It's more natural, but not diet in the least.
Exactly. So it was really good. I would highly recommend whatever that was, the diet drink from Mexico. If you go to like Disney World or you go to where there's a World of Coke, you can try the Cokes from around the world.
Right.
Try the Beverly.
What's that about?
Just take my word for it.
Good or bad?
Just do it. I'm not going to tell you.
That means bad. Okay.
The Beverly will change your life.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's good, huh?
Just give it a shot.
Go from bad to good to bad.
Give it a shot.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Drink the Beverly and then get on Rocket League. See what happens.
Listen here, chump.
Yeah, chomp. I'm sure that's what you're saying. What's the worst thing you've called someone?
So on Rocket League, if you say any kind of, they have a whole list of words that are banned out.
Yeah.
I can't,
Do you try to get around the block by
No.
putting spaces?
Yes.
Dashes.
Money signs are always fun. Yeah.
How many money signs do you use in a row?
Eat, money sign, hit, and die. It's fun. They don't know what I'm saying.
I knew we'd get to it eventually. And that's what got you banned. Hey, you can check us out online at adamandjp.com.
Patreon.com/podcastroll and Facebook.com/AdamandJP as well. Don't forget that.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
You've been eating a strange amount of podcast roll.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.